We are staying in a castle right outside of Spain. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful and breathtaking. One of the things I wanted to just kind of mention today, and I know I'm probably going to lose some of you, many of you maybe. Some of you may disagree with this, and many of you might not like this analogy, and that's understandable. But I was just having breakfast and got to talking to somebody next to me who brought up Jeffrey Dahmer and this series. I don't know if you caught the series. Anyway, oh, it's a little bright. I'm gonna go over here. One of the things that Jeffrey Dahmer, I recall telling the judge, and obviously no one in their right mind would give Jeffrey Dahmer any leniency, clemency, and I would completely understand where he wouldn't get much compassion from anyone as well. But basically, one of the things Jeffrey Dahmer told the judge when he was in court was, the reason I drugged these people, the reason I put things in their head, literally, was because everyone in my life always left me. And I just wanted somebody that wouldn't leave me. And as disturbed and psychologically twisted and messed up as all that is, it just goes to show you that when people make pretty horrific, hurtful decisions, again, zero excuse, zero justification, zero rationalization. However, there's indicators that there's profound hurt and lack and pain within. When Jeffrey Dahmer, and I'm not excusing him, I hope this isn't coming across as that at all, just giving you context. When Jeffrey Dahmer was younger, his mother packed up and just left, took his younger sibling and just left, completely left. And, he didn't really have friends, and if he did have friends, they left. And probably because he was around so much tension and arguing from his parents all of his childhood, he didn't have a lot of friends that would stick around for long, and they would leave. So the reason I'm mentioning all of this is because, again, I am not trying to excuse him. I'm not trying to justify his behavior, rationalize away why, what, how, where. What he did was beyond wrong, and that's putting it lightly. But I did want to just press upon you, that happy, healed, healthy people do not hurt other people. And fortunately, I would venture to say, if you're watching this, nothing like that happened to you that Jeffrey Dahmer did to other people. But obviously, somebody did something to you that devastated you profoundly. That's why you're watching this video. And I'm not trying to excuse, justify, rationalize, nothing like that. But I just want to give you a little bit of context that, and I know a lot of people hate this saying, hurt people hurt people. There's no excuse for what Jeffrey Dahmer did. There's no excuse for what your partner, your spouse, your significant other did. No excuse whatsoever. But just to understand context, people hurt. People that are hurting, they hurt people. And I am vehemently stressing, there's no excuse. There's no reason, well, I shouldn't say reason, there's no justifying, there's no rationalizing whatsoever. This is, and many people, and I wouldn't even say I disagree with this, many people say that if people have affairs, they should be able to be sued or press charges and things like that, just like if you were to physically harm someone. And I can't even say I disagree with that. But I did want to say, on this gorgeous day in Spain, and I know this is such a twisted video because here I am talking about Jeffrey Dahmer, why I have the most beautiful scenes in the background, but that's the life of a practitioner. Anyway, just wanted to give you some context, give you something to think about. people do crazy things. People do insane, hurtful things because of internal pain, internal hurt. And while I'm certainly not saying have compassion for Jeffrey Dahmer, if you can find any compassion for your spouse, your partner, your significant other, it's just to understand it wasn't about having their, cake and eat it too, and it wasn't necessarily about sowing wild oats or claiming another notch in their belt. It was dealing with taking a drug that was needed to ease some of the pain, to avoid some of the pain, to numb some of the pain, to escape from some of the pain. And it doesn't necessarily have to be this big traumatic and dramatic pain they're escaping. They could just have some extremely poor coping skills. Maybe they had a decent childhood. Maybe they had a decent marriage. But their tools, their resources, their coping mechanisms were just very poor. And I hope that you guys take both together this time to heal what was broken and to heal what was broken together.